Hello fellow designers, it's Karen of Karen Gwen Customs, and today I'm going to show you guys a really simple tutorial about how to cut a circle skirt bottom out of Rosette fabric for a prom dress. It's a very simple process. If you haven't tried it before, you have no excuses now because I'm about to show you exactly how to do it. Stay tuned. So what I have in front of me is my client's sketch and measurements that I did during her consultation, and then over here is my garment plan worksheet. So I pretty much have drawn out all my pattern pieces except the front top piece because I'm going to be drafting that around the bra cups that I'm building into it. But for her skirt, for the train, she wants it to be a 40-inch train in a perfect circle all the way around. So I pretty much just took the 40 inches and added 10 inches to that to get 50 inches. So that's how long the train is going to be all the way around. And then I went to the By Hand London website using the Circle Skirt app to get how wide I should cut the radius of the center circle. So in order to get that, I just took her waist measurement, which is 27 inches. You add 1 inch for walking ease. I got 28 inches. And so once I input the 28 inches, it gave me that the radius for the circle skirt should be 4.25 inches. So that's how I'm going to be cutting it out. So for this next step, in order to get the biggest area of a circle skirt you can get, you're going to need 6 yards of fabric in order for it to be a perfect circle. So I have 6 yards of this Rosette fabric, and all I did was take it and fold it in half twice. So you're going to take the length of it and fold it in half once. That's it, in half once. And this is folding it in half twice. So you're gonna kind of have a square. It might not be a perfect square, but that's pretty much what it's going to look like. And you want to make sure the sides of your fabric all line up on both sides. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna do is start over here. Over here is where I have 2 layers of fabric double folded. And all I'm gonna do is take my measuring tape and I'm gonna pin it at the very corner of the edge of the Rosette fabric, not all the way over here because all of this is not usable. It's just like mesh. But you're gonna pin it over here at the edge of where the Rosette starts, and then I'm going to be placing pins not at 4.25 inches but at 3.75 inches because I am giving myself a ½ inch seam allowance. So I pin it there, swing it over a little bit, pin it at 3.75 inches again, swing it over, another 3.75 inches, .75 and 3.75 over here. Then I'm going to be bringing my measuring tape all the way down to the end. Okay, so remember I wanted my train to be 50 inches long, and then I have 4.25 inches that I'm going to cut out at the top, so that gives me 54.25 inches. My fabric actually ends around 54 inches exactly, so that's where I'm going to be cutting it at. So you're basically just going to be pulling your measuring tape over bit by bit and pinning at that 54-inch mark so that you eventually end up with a perfect circle. Okay, so now that I have everything kind of pinned, I'm going to go ahead and cut it out. please sit down. So this is 2 layers together, but when I lay it out in front of me, you can see that I have formed my perfect circle. So now all I have to do is flip this over, and I'm gonna lay one side down with the right side facing up, and the other side I'm gonna lay with the right side facing down. And I'm just going to pin it right sides together. And then I'm going to be sewing it together on my sewing machine so that I have one really big circle. So what I'm doing now is sewing my 2 pieces of Rosette fabric together to form my train. Once I get through sewing it, I'm going to also be serging it so the inside will look nice and clean. I am sewing it with a straight stitch and a 1/2 inch seam allowance. Now I'm getting up here to the inner part of the circle. I'm going to leave as little seam allowance as possible because I want to allow for maximum walking ability in the knee area. So I've completely sewn the skirt pieces together. So I'm just going to spread it out so y'all can see what the finished product looks like. We have a perfect circle skirt, and it's all ready to be sewn onto the bottom of the dress once it is complete. And there you have it. That is how you make a rosette bottom circle skirt for a mermaid gown.